Hey YouTube, this is PokéCastXVll here, and today I have another recorded game for you, taking you through the Darkrai Giratina deck. So this is a new concept that has been surfacing recently, and actually in testing I did face quite a few mirror matches as well. So I'll break down the deck for you as we're playing it, and of course at the end I'll also show you the list that I'm using as well. So it should be noted that I'm not using the Garbodor line. I know a lot of people have been playing Garbodors in their Darkrai Giratina lists, but I am not using it in this build. And so we get a Giratina start. I'm just waiting to see what our opponent puts down. And looking in our hand, we don't really have too much except for that Hooper, so I'm hoping Trainer's Mail is going to search out something, but we'll see what he opens up with. So we are going first, which is good as well. Oh, okay, Mega Alakazam. So yeah, that's so with Mega Pokemon, you definitely want to go aggro Giratina, especially with Mega Alakazam, because Chaos will actually stop their Spirit Links, so they can't use things like Super Scoop Up and De-Evolution Spray, and also it'll lock their Stadium as well. So we're gonna go aggro Giratina for this one, I think. So I use Hooper, grab obviously a Darkrai, Giratina. I'm going to attach an energy, and I'm quite cautious about putting down Shaman because that Mega Alakazam with Kinesis is going to knock it out eventually, because they can do a lot of sniping. So this is another tech that you put in the deck, is Max Elixir. So you pretty much just want to use as many of them as possible to get out Darkness Energy onto the board. And also it's worth keeping in mind that Double Dragon Energy does compensate for all energy. So if you have Double Dragon Energy, it does actually bump up Dark Pulse, which is why we have Giratina. And Giratina is a really great counter actually. Oh, he just didn't do anything at all. Okay, so we drew a Floatstone, which is great because we are going to get that Giratina out of the active. So arguably what I could have done is attach to the active, but I was worried about things like Team Flare Grunt or Jirachi or anything like that. So Shaman, see what we get. I'm debating using that Escape Rope, but I just decided to retreat. And I think Lugia is actually a bigger threat than those Alakazams. And now he should be pretty much locked. There shouldn't be too much that he can do, but we'll see what he has. I'm hoping he doesn't play any Double Colorless Energy. I don't see any reason why he would. Okay, so he's trying to stall me out. So yeah, I do have the Megaphone in hand. That's just a tech that I'm just running at the moment. Actually, I had 2 free slots, so I decided to put one of them was actually the Megaphone that I put in there. So we're going just having a look through the deck, see if there's anything worth putting out. So we're going to put Reverse Valley, which is to make sure we put it the right way so we're doing more damage. And we're going to take a knockout on that Lugia. And what's great is that he can't actually overplace that because of Chaos Will. Okay, another Lugia. This one is not actually the EX Lugia. And Tieno, which is... I'm not sure what to think of Tieno personally, but I have seen a lot of people using it. Okay, so this is what's really great, that we have him locked and he can't use anything like Spirit Links, is that when he Mega Evolves and uses Kinesis, he passes his turn. So we're going to attach more energy to Darkrai, and we're going to slowly try and bump up as many energy as we can. So we're going to use Max Elixir again, and I think I misclicked there. I was supposed to put that on the other Giratina. I wasn't supposed to put that on the Darkrai, but nonetheless, I don't think it's too costly at this point. And also what's great is with Giratina's ability, he won't be able to use Zen Force on me. He won't be able to do any damage to my Giratina, unless of course he runs something like Hex Maniac, which does seem very counterproductive in a Mega Alakazam deck. But I have seen stranger things. Okay, so he's going Lysander. Let's see what he tries to bring up. Here we do have the Escape Rope in hand. Let's see what he brings up. Although if he does use anything like N, then he won't be able to use a Lysander, so See what he's gonna do. Okay, Ultra Ball. And as you can see, he's just dumping his stadiums and his de-evolution sprays because he can't use them. Well, I guess he can use a de-evolution spray, but he would then have to pass his turn. And if he de-evolves his Mega Alakazam, that gives me a knockout the next turn. So I do run in this deck Fighting Fury belts. I think 2 Fighting Fury and a Muscle Band. If I can hit that Muscle Band, that's going to be pretty decent because I could 2-shot the Mega Alakazams. And also that Shaman on the bench is going to be a nice 2 prizes later on if I can get Lysander. Although at this point I'm actually worried about attacking with something else. So see what he brings up. Okay, Shaman. But yeah, I'm actually worried about attacking with Darkrai because I don't want to break the lock. And that's what's really great about Giratina, is that normally this deck would have a bad matchup against something like Night March, but when you put Giratina into the equation, it completely changes everything. And what's really great is that you can actually power up Giratina in a single turn. Okay, so well, Ultra Ball will get rid of some things we don't want. So we're not going to be needing that Hooper. Just look through our deck, see what is prized. Okay, we'll get another Darkrai. And the reason we're getting another Darkrai is because we need somewhere to put more energy on. There's no point attaching it to that Darkrai, the one that's already got 3 energy. But yeah, we're going to Escape Rope. It's probably going to bring out that Lugia, I imagine, because it's non-EX. Let's just see what he does. Okay, yeah, so it's pretty predictable. So we are going to go back into Giratina because I guess he was just trying to stall me out, because if I don't attack with Chaos Wheel, then he's going to be able to get loads of things into play, like Spirit Links and his Stadiums. And maybe he runs Special Energy, I'm not too sure. He might run the Psychic one that gives your Pokemon 2 less free retreats. See what this guy does for. Okay, Sycamore. So he's trying to set himself up for next turn. He's already attached. Let's just have a look. Okay, and he's going to put down another Mega Alakazam to finish his turn, and then use Kinesis. So in the process of, I'm just checking my discard there, but in the process of locking him down, the final sweeper will be that Darkrai. Our aim at this point is to get as many energy on the board as possible, or as much energy on the board as possible, and yeah, it should just take a one-shot on things like that Mega Alakazam, even if it does have full HP. So unfortunately we do miss the Max Elixir there. Debating the Shaman, but we don't want to give him more targets to knock out. Okay, so we'll attach some more energy on the board. So that Dark Pulse is slowly getting stronger and stronger. So we're playing a dangerous game here, because if he does end us, I mean, if we take a knockout on another EX and then he ends us, we'll be down to 1 card because we'll only have 1 prize. So that's always the cautious thing about playing against decks that force you to take just a single prize in exchange for 2. Okay, so he's used De-Evolution Spray. And so I guess you can kind of see the combo here, that if you have your Spirit Links down, you can just keep changing and just keep evolving things again. But obviously when you don't have the Spirit Links, it's quite detrimental to the deck. But we're looking pretty good. We've got the Lysander in hand. Okay, Xerosec. That was another tech actually that I put in because I had 2 free slots. It was the Megaphone and the Xerosec. But I'm actually trying to see, there's nothing really on the board that I want to Xerosec. I'm just wondering if I want to Lysander something. I may even be tempted to Lysander the Shaman if I had that Muscle Band. or even the Mega Alakazam, because I can knock that out. But yeah, I guess I'll just Chaos-Wheel. So another inclusion actually you can probably see in my hand is Latios, and it's just because you run the double Dragon Energy, it's a good donk. Yeah, so I'm playing N. I'm not sure if this is a good idea, although I did get the Muscle Band, which is good. But the only reason I played the N is because I knew he used 2 de-evolution sprays. So I'm just trying to shuffle those cards out of his hand. And I'm in a pretty good spot anyway, so... So hopefully he hasn't drawn into any more Mega Alakazams. And also, you can see another Pokemon there in my hand, which is the Yveltal, which is just a great attacker in its own right. It hits 30 on Joltik and also knocks out Pumpkaboo with weakness if they don't have a Fighting Fury. And above all, it's a non-EX as well. So that means that, yeah, you can try and force them to play the 7 prize game. Cool, so there's my VS Seekers, just taking 2 out of the prizes there. So yeah, we're playing a pretty dangerous game here actually. I am very worried about that N, but hopefully, whatever he decides... Oh, okay, he's just scooped. Because what we would have done is just promoted that Darkrai and just sweeped whatever was in the active spot. But there you go, that is pretty much the deck for you guys. Yeah, that's pretty much how you pilot it. Just used Darkrai or Giratina depending on what your preferred matchup is. So let's go into the deck and I'll show you exactly what I'm running. So this is just a list that I'm playing. This isn't necessarily the best one. However, as I said, I have seen people play Garbodor as well. So 3 Darkrai, 2 Giratina, pretty standard, Yveltal to recover the energy and to obviously deal more damage, and 4 Max Elixir, I think that's just standard. So Hooper's really great to search out your big EXs, and you have 2 Shamans as well. But otherwise, that is pretty much the deck. So one more thing I forgot to say is I had 2 free slots, which I did mention through the video, which is the Megaphone and the Xerosic. But yeah, otherwise, that is pretty much it for you guys. That is me playing Darkrai Giratina. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you all next time.